What do we know about you now, after all that? Does it say scum of the earth? Something along those lines, maybe? Maybe, maybe not. Say Geralt caught Nathaniel red-handed would be an ill-considered pun. Oh, really? Yet though the situation Geralt found him in clearly proved Nathaniel was a cruel sadist, it did not prove he was a serial killer. Geralt kept a cool head and decided the priest was not the man he was after. Not tarrying any further, Geralt raced off to catch the true perpetrator. Yeah, so basically he tortures people, and then for some reason, the coroner follows up and actually does the killing. What did I say? They were a duo. Come on. Wasn't necessarily sure who was going to be the one who's actually doing the killing. But, like I said, suspected that the coroner would have the ability of covering for either Pastodi's tracks or his own tracks because, well, he's the person who examines the dead bodies. Okay, so go to the warehouse near the port. Alright, buddy. Your killing days are through. Bear in mind, we also know something weird is up. The coroner. In addition to him probably being a killer. We think he might not be human. So that might also have something to do with it. Didn't really check where this warehouse was. Okay, it's right here. Alright, buddy. What gives? Gives.
Run out of formaldehyde. I underestimated you. You almost caught me in flagrante delicto. Now you've seen through my bluff with Nathaniel. Although, you've not divined all, I see. Had you, you would have drawn your silver sword.
No, let's see it also called that.
What are you? A vampire. Higher, of course.
Understandable. So, okay, that explains why he was not aging, and of course why he just said draw your silver sword. I'd like to get a little bit more information about you before we inevitably fight to the death, though.
Got a reason for killing? A reason to torture? I thought you'd figure that out as well. The
Eternal fire
symbolism is rather
stuff,
obvious. Coals for those who are blind to the fire. The egg of a salamander born of fire to replace their cold, doubting hearts. Fire down the throat that... Yeah, symbolism's clear. What's not is why a vampire would kill in the name of the eternal fire. Should be equally obvious. I concur with the Church's diagnosis. Novigrad is a fallen city. Its population amnesiacs to the very concepts of decency and morality. So I decided to remind them, in a manner they'd be certain to notice.
You're pretty freaking crazy, dude. There are also other ways to prove a point, rather than, say, killing people and torturing them mercilessly.
There are other ways.
In the other order, of course.
Could have set up a soapbox in Hierarch Square, preached from it. How funny. That's exactly what I did. But none listened. Instead, they laughed. Threw stones. Give a thought to my victims. A lecherous woodcarver who'd spend his last copper on whores. An old countess who defiled symbols of the faith. A Trebirates for whom nothing was sacred, nothing above ridicule.
I don't know. Your case for
They did not deserve
Priscilla
to
is
live,
pretty weak.
but their deaths could be.
And also,
innocent to
saying that
others.
you are the one who decides whether
Awaken
people
them,
deserve to live or
scare
die
them
is
onto the
not
correct
cool,
path,
dude.
The path to the
Big
fire,
time
to
God
cleansing,
complex.
to salvation.
Which I suppose is fitting for someone
I'm
who's
afraid it's
all
too
about the
late.
eternal fire.
You are a man of little faith.
Religion.
I sense this. But I'm pretty good with a sword.
Alright, you gonna
Pretty
change
good.
shape?
My murder committed.
Okay. Let's just take a second here to intense boss music. Okay, this guy's gonna be tough. I think that much is clear. Let's make a point of throwing on our vampire oil. I mean, I'm assuming we go with vampire oil, not a non-human oil. Surely, right? Where is it? There it is. Okay, so we do this. Is our sword a little beat up here? Is now a good time to repair it? Can we repair it right now? Are we allowed to do that? It is fairly beat up. Can we take this opportunity real quick to just throw a quick repair tool on it of sorts? Pretty sure we have some of those lying around. It was on, what, like 50-ish%? Yeah, so throwing on 40% repair looks like a pretty good fit. Okay, now I think we get all the damage back on it. Yeah, okay, so that's a good step. With vampire oil, what else can we do? We can take a closer look at, well, what do we usually find is the way to go against vampires? Oftentimes Quen, because they are slow attack. Well, not always slow attackers, but they disappear sometimes and then have a big surprise attack that deals a lot of damage. So having Quen on for that is useful. Yurden can help as well to slow them down, make it easier for us to attack them, and also Igni is typically a good way to deal damage to them. So any of those could work. Lots of sign options. In terms of like other potions we might want, what do we have on at the moment? We have raw meat, cat. We probably want to get rid of the cat, right? That's not really doing us much good here. Immediately restore a large potion of vitality. That could be helpful. About something that's a little bit more preemptive. Resistance to a bunch of types of damage. Taking damage raises damage resistance the remainder of the fight. That is kind of interesting. Each foe slain accelerates vitality regeneration. Nah, not against the boss. Increasing the intensity of randomly selected sign at dusk and dawn. Not really. It's the duration of knockdown, hypnosis, stun, and blindness. Maybe, but that seems kind of niche. Whenever a single hit drains more than a third of vitality, a Quen shield is activated, which protects against the next attack. Could be kind of nice. We've just so rarely looked at these other decoctions that we have. Geralt's maximum vitality is increased with each foe killed. Lasts until he meditates or fast travels. We could do that and then just walk. And have this be active for a very, very long time, though it has 70 toxicity, so probably one of the few potions you'd be able to take. That is tempting, though. I feel like you could play with that quite a bit. Then we'd inevitably forget and fast travel at some point and lose it. Finding various attacks, strong strikes, fast strikes, signs, grants a bonus that increases attack power for the next attack mounted, or sign intensity for the next sign cast. Something to be said for that, because we were saying we wanted to do a mixture of different signs. Blow landed increases attack power until either the fight ends or damage other than from toxicity is taken. So basically just weave together crazy combos. Increase sign intensity during cloudy weather. I don't know what the weather is like right now. All alchemy creations reuse one additional time. Running, sprinting, and jumping outside combat does not use stamina. That's useless now. Damage delta is increased when vitality is at its maximum. Sort of. Increases breath supply underwater, improves vision while diving. No thanks. Increases the amount of weight. No thanks. Grants temporary immunity. Pops mold. No, that's a quest thing. Provides complete resistance to stagger effect and reduces knockdown effect to stagger. Maybe. Bounce never panic. Nah. Increases critical strike chance. I like that because we have a lot of crit stuff going on. 5% is not a huge amount. That damage dealt to foes regenerates vitality. That also sounds not bad. Increases Witcher resistance to vitality depleting critical effects applied during combat. That sounds good, because I'm pretty sure a vampire will try to bleed us. I'm thinking we might go with that. Let's try it. And there you are. Hello. Get the Quen on. And then we'll try, what next? Yurden, probably? I see you. I know you're trying to go all invisible, but not really fooling me right now. Come on, step into the Yurden. Ow. Please don't do that. Also, field preemptively. That was a bad place to just decide to chill for a little bit. But we did upgrade our Yurden recently, and tell you what, I can see the difference. That is lasting so much longer than it did previously. So much longer. And I think we can drop 2 as well. Saw it coming. Not so clever after all. Okay, drop another Yurden. Let's get our Quen back on when we can. Again, I mean, you're not exactly as subtle as you think you are with the cloaking ability there. Though I am ready for you to come now, so, like, please approach. Oh, you were supposed to get staggered when I set you on fire. Can you please come back over here and say, actually step in the Yurden? Come on, stop running away. Stop running away. You really don't want to get staggered when I hit you with, big, strong hit, and down you go. 500 experience, wow. Apparently we received an item just from killing you. I haven't looted this stuff yet, mind you. We just get it for some reason. Talk to Dandelion about Priscilla's condition. Did Priscilla turn into a vampire? Is that a thing? I feel like we had this information conveyed to us once before where there was the suspicion that getting attacked by a vampire would turn you into... Well, he has a bunch of fancy stuff on him as well. There was that suspicion that getting bitten by a vampire would turn you into a vampire, but that was actually proven wrong. I don't know. I don't remember. Attican mutagen, that's good. Potentially a strong sword here. And some decent, valuable metals as well. Pretty sure we have been in here before. But I suppose we can still loot it again. Let's check out that sword before we forget, though. So it was this one, I think. It is a silver sword. It is not as good as the one that we have right now. It's 1 level lower. It's a little bit beat up. But even beside that point, it does have better sign intensity things. Whereas the one we have equipped has better attack damage, crit stuff, which we are scaling, so that's significant. If we felt like we really wanted to focus on just the signs, then that could perhaps be reason to swap over to it. But at the very least, I think it'll probably be very valuable to sell. And that was actually, like I said, with 500 experience, that's a lot. We are suddenly pretty close to leveling here. Which, I mean, we were not... Oh, and this is going to be another one of the sermons, right? Remember, dear people, that a fire once lit cannot be stopped, that it consumes everything in its path, and only ceases to rage once all has been turned to ash. We've read this one already. Try to get a little more creative with your sermons. Running out of them, it seems. Maybe that's why the people stopped listening to you. We get up there? I wonder. Perhaps? Whoa, careful, Carol. A little too eager to run off the edge there. Making me a little concerned. Other stuff up here? I'm pretty sure, yeah, there was a way to get in here. Royal Lineages of the North. Have we read this? Oh yeah, this is the one that tells us all about Ciri being the heir to every single throne you've ever heard of. Can we get up that one over there? Possibly? Use this as our way down. How do we get up here, though? Is it using you guys? Possibly, but now I'm skeptical. I don't think we were supposed to be able to do that, but we did. Come on, Geralt. You're not, like, technically up here. Kind of stuck on the beam. I'm a little concerned that we are going to imminently fall to our death. Because this is technically not a spot you're supposed to be able to walk on. There we go. Now we're fine. Bison grass. That's actually kind of hard to find. Oh, you guys were saying recently that, that some of the crafting materials that we need, we actually need to create ourselves. They don't just show up. Ooh. Hold on. That's not bad. Don't know how good of a crafting item that is, but... Good repair kit. Anything else up here while we're at it? I don't think so. I think we found everything. This is still locked, right? Okay. Let's sheathe the sword and head on out. And pretend that nothing happened here. So we're talking to Dandelion, who is in this direction. Yeah, the fact that it says Priscilla's condition is partially what makes me think, like, is she now a vampire? Is that a thing? I'm tempted to try to loot that. Yes? Excuse me? Ugh. I'm shot! Seemed like anyone was getting mad at us. Okay. In which case, let's get going here. Oh, actually, we might want to use this fast travel location. Let's double check. Oh, not this. Is he at the no longer Rosemary time, the chameleon? Oh, he's way up here. Oh, is that the hospital? Yeah, we could probably use a. I mean, that's basically the opposite end of town, so we could probably use either the bridge or the gate. Let's try the gate, I think. Okay.
I serve the eternal fire.
Still breathing.
Do you serve the eternal fire? We might need to chat in that case. I think it's just right up here in the corner.
And remember, never venture into the bits alone. Always take a part.
Right in here. Dandelion is... and Priscilla. On... what is it? Or this floor here? This room? Okay. We have some information.
Right?
Yes.
Oh? That's a good sign.
Did you take care of what I asked?
That we did.
Yeah. The Witcher's way.
Thank you, Geralt. For me and Priscilla.
No need. Did my part, now you need to look after her? I mean, that's a little bit aggressive. I mean, presumably Dandelion is going to look after her now. I think we don't need to tell him that. He knows.
Don't mention it. Nothing a friend wouldn't do. She's talking again. Nice surprise.
Isn't it? Professor Von Gratz told me her wounds are healing faster than a troll's.
What?
Not the most flattering comparison. but
Oh, is that because she's a
encouraging.
vampire now?
Maybe she might even sing again someday. For now, we'll try performing as a duo. She'll play the lute, I'll sing. Dandelion and Calinetta. Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Sounds great. Good luck, Dandelion. On stage and off.
Okay. It seems like that's it, then? Quest completed. I mean, still doesn't
Sorry,
look great.
Geralt. My throat's still quite...
Say no more. Get well soon.
Geralt?
Or maybe I was reading too much into the phrasing there.
Yes, Geralt?
So, we do have a lot to talk to you about, though. Let's start with the murderer.
Found and killed the murderer. It was Hubert. You were right not to trust him. He was a higher vampire.
I thought nothing could surprise me in Novigrad. Seems I was wrong. Deeply wrong.
I mean, it was kind of obvious.
Thank you, Geralt. Were it not for you, this would never have ceased.
Coroner told me about your past. Did say that you left out a few details.
Hubert told me about your past. Even more vivid than I'd assumed.
I've not time for riddles, Geralt. Be straight or be gone.
Any truth to his claim that people died during the riots at the university? Died for your cause?
I was young and stupid. I thought a better future was worth any price. Even a human life or two. But those are past sins. Sins I've atoned for.
Alright, if you say so. Why is the university closed right now, though?
Why is the university in Oxenford closed?
Because it suits Radovid. You've not heard the story?
Not exactly.
The rector wished to grant him an honorary doctorate. The faculty disagreed. Nonetheless, Radovid arrived for the ceremony, donned a gown, collected his diploma, and when it was over, imprisoned the deans and the entire academic senate so they wouldn't raise a stink.
Yeah, sounds like Radovid.
I've been at Vilmerius Hospital ever since. But perhaps it's for the best. I'm far more adept, scalpel in hand, than I ever was behind a lectern.
Okay. Shawnee, now that's a name we haven't heard for a long time. Way back in Witcher 1, she was very prominent friend of ours. But I don't think we certainly haven't seen her since. Don't think there are any Shawnee sightings in Witcher 2. Nor have there been any Shawnee sightings in Witcher 3. Not even sure we've had many mentions of her name, if any, at all.
Another surgeon from Oxenford Academy. Her name's Shawnee. Know her? Red hair, cropped short, freckles.
And a hopeless idealist. Naturally, I know her. She was my assistant for a year.
Any idea where she is now?
My gut tells me she's somewhere along the front, patching up pikemen. I told her it would be futile. In the
Does sound
time
like her,
she
though.
saved 100 lives, another 1,000 would be lost. But medics with a mission, you can't argue with them.
Okay. I suppose that's all from
Farewell.
you, then. Still feel like I'm surprised there is not more for us to do at Oxenford itself, or the university. Because we went there and, yeah, everything was locked down. I thought we saw a quest item there, and that there wasn't anything for us to do with it just yet. And we were thinking that at some point in time we would get directed there to do additional things. So I was kind of hoping that that might have been it right there. Maybe now, with that information, we can go over there and learn more. Hold on, was this the... I thought we checked this out already. Not that we need more Celandine, of all things. But, okay. And then... So, like, for example, do we go over there now? We don't have many quests remaining here. We do still need to talk to Cleaver about this. And there was one other quest, the playing our old pals at Gwent. Those, I think, are the two things that we still want to do before we head over to Skellige, unless and until we hear about other things in the area that are a decent level for us. So, I think... Yeah, both of them don't have levels next to them, so on both occasions I'm concerned that I'll potentially miss them altogether. This one we're potentially close to finishing, though. Let's try talking to Cleaver and see what, if anything, might come of that. So where exactly are you? Over here? Okay. And... what is the best way to get there? Maybe walk to Oxenford Gate and then fast travel to Hierarch Square, I'm thinking. Might be the way to go. Except the markers on our map, I've already confused myself. Let's mark this. Follow our custom marker. And then we'll use that. Oh yeah, and the other thing was, I mean, I think we did see that Priscilla's character entry got updated, but I am curious to see what it says for her now. If we get any additional explanation about what exactly are the effects of what happened to her. Priscilla. The news that Priscilla had fallen victim to a brutal attack hit me like a landslide of avalanches. We read that already, but Priscilla had been horribly wounded, and her life hung by a thread. Whoever had done this to her did not deserve to live on. We already saw that, though. Oh, okay, wait. We can go down further. Where... Huh? Hold on. Yeah. No. Oh, this earth is a moment. to live on this earth a moment longer. It's just the final line there. All to add to that? Okay. Guess not really much. I was hoping there would be something saying like, and after the attack, this, and this happened. But I suppose that story is still being written right now. The witch hunters do get mad at us if they see us steal things. So this may not actually be safe to loot here. And there are guards in this direction as well. Oh, and also I just completely ignored the fast travel location that I put the custom marker for. Alright, we're just walking there. We'll walk there. We're at least halfway there at this point in time, so be it. So Geralt's out of steam. Yeah, and I remember that Cleaver's place is surprisingly extremely close to Hierarch Square. It's like right next door. And this was the guy that I remember looked like a Doppler a while back. Or at least there was someone who looked like a Doppler a while back. Cleaver. Before we speak to you, one moment, please. Oh, we can't actually loot that? Okay, never mind. Totally wasn't planning to steal from you. Let's
Thanks
chat.
for the invite.
Congratulations. Quite a win at the Vagel, buds. Luke's one hell of a prick, but I don't recall him ever losing before. And seeing as you outran him, you actually stand a chance at Paleo. Make some real coin.
What's Paleo?
Paleo? Never heard of it.
Fuck me, what a peasant. The Paleo's a race held at night in the city streets.
Oh.
Used to be every district sponsored a competitor. Things are different now. You're gonna race jockeys put forward by Bedlam and Reuven.
Ah, okay.
On you.
I see how it goes. Alright. I'm in, sure.
Fine, I'll race.
Lovely. Colour me thrilled. Just don't bloody let me down, because I'm about to bet a small fortune on you.
Figured you might.
Go prepare. Drink some chamomile or whatever the fuck you do.
Okay, we going straight into it? Seems like we might be. Yes, we are.
Is above all a race of honor. The winner doesn't just win a reward, he earns our respect as well.
Okay.
So, take your positions.
Okay, I also have no idea what the route is here, which is a little bit concerning. Like, obviously I can see it on the map, yes, but... First to pass the finish line, okay. Like, it's not as clearly lined out as some of the other ones that we've had in the past. There are also enemies out here. Like, this concerns me. The path is quite small, and I would still prefer to fall back on our usual strategy of wait it out for a second, get some of that stamina back, hold you guys up, and now... Ooh, almost missed that checkpoint. Come on! I don't know how long we can bide our time for before we're actually at risk of... Whoa! I thought we were going to the right there. Before we were actually at risk of not sprinting through the very end. And losing. So it's a clever strategy if you know the terms. You know the conditions. Is that a hard right? That is kind of. I think we're getting close now. We are also pretty low on stamina, which is not good. This is right around the most important time here. So deliberately just biding time a little bit. This is awfully risky.
Faster.
Choosing this moment. We're about to run out of stamina. It's not the right time for that to happen. This is a concern. I mean, now we don't have any options, right? Okay, so we messed this one up. I messed this one up. It was the wrong time to do that. It still might be the wrong time to do it. Like, knowing how long this race was going to be is kind of important. Like, this is almost certainly the finish line, right? Come up here. Okay. Roach, please actually sprint now. Like your life depends on it, because it might.
It ain't easy to win the
I'm mad. I'm mad.
Not so fast, Roach.
I'll give you a discount for
I mean, we certainly were capable of doing it. We just
Could have whittled
messed
myself
up.
a jockey out of birds.
And I wish we
Stayed in
had saved
Vids,
beforehand,
and
but
he
we
would've done
couldn't
better
because
than
we
you.
went straight into it.
Shit
One of the reasons
happens.
why I was not pleased of us
Aye,
getting
sure
teleported straight in here.
That's business. Sometimes you kick the cow, sometimes it kicks you.
Temple Guard, scatter!
I'm fucking done here. Stay out my way for a while.
I'm actually mad. Because we were certainly capable of doing that. We just didn't really know what the terms were. Now, Temple Guard are fighting people for some reason. But not us. So, missed opportunity for sure. I mean, if we had a recent save, I would totally... I mean, it was so doable. So doable. I want to see when our most recent save was. Did it autosave just before? Because, I mean, I want to see at least... Okay, let's save... Let's manually save now. Then we're going to load the previous save. That just... That didn't feel right. That just went down the wrong way. Wait, hold on. Oh no, that's save. Load. Is this... Hold on. That preview there is very informative. Like, is this... Did it autosave immediately afterward? I feel like it did. I think so. Yeah, I think this is going to be just before it.
But finding me proved no simple task. For having fallen afoul...
Because, like, if it's just a you mess up once and the quest is over kind of thing, which it absolutely seemed like it was, and we just, like, messed around and didn't really do it right, then...
The help of our
Yeah.
friends, Geralt managed to free me. Good thing, too. For indeed, I knew what had happened to Ciri. Sadly, she was no longer in Novigrad.
And it feels like those Gwent ones where...
Guard, she had
For
disappeared.
the Gwent tournaments, when you win those, or Gwent matches at least, like high stakes, you win it and you get special cards. I'm guessing we get a nice saddle out of this, and it might be our only opportunity to do so. So I'm thinking this might teleport us, or bring us right to, yes, this moment right here. So it is good that we get this. Now we know that it is a pretty long route, so we absolutely cannot sprint for the entire time. We won't do that. We also know that the finish line is right around where the city, or where things start to get more built up. So I'm deliberately going to go more slowly here. Okay, well, don't do this. Don't do this. That's just objectively wrong. It's like, these guys are clearly beatable. It's just, I played it wrong. I didn't know what I was trying to do. And then the timing was horrendously awful. So I'm deliberately not going all out here.
Move it.
I wish that both of you guys were right next to each other, because we have one of the racers right where we want them. The other one is, of course, speeding off a bit, not a ton, but we still don't really want to be using all of our stamina just yet. I mean, we don't want to be really far away from him, no. But, I mean, certainly once the city starts getting closer, we'll want to be at basically full stamina. And so we're playing games a bit with the rubber banding. And by rubber banding, I mean basically, it's a common thing that happens in racing games. Like you see there, the person who's in the lead is basically just like walking. So when you are in the lead or doing well, people go faster. And when you're not doing well, people go slower. That's the idea there. That's the rubber banding, and that it stretches one way or the other depending on the circumstances. That's sort of, I think, the logic behind the name there. Just trying to get a little bit of that stamina back, because I think we technically went off the path there. Followed this guy. He's taking shortcuts. This is still not really where I want to be stamina-wise. Hold on. Okay, we're getting close, though. Yeah, this is right around the final corner. It might be. Not quite, but it's getting close. How are we doing on the staminas? We might... Okay, well, don't do this crazy zigzagging, wasting your stamina that way. Or running into trees. That also doesn't help. Okay, so now I think we try cutting you off. 'Cause it's right here. If we save enough stamina, we may have... It's going to be close. It's going to be really close. Think we got it? Okay. Like I said, doable. Once we knew what we were dealing with. That's why I was mad with the first one.
Give us a kiss, Geralt.
Especially since it was a you fail once and it's over type of
Then
thing.
I'll smooch that roach of yours. That were lovely.
And my pay?
Take it, you cheeky bastard. Never met a man who earned his coin fairer than you do today.
Just not exactly.
Scatter! We gotta get
700
the fuck out
crowns
of
as
here.
well.
Thanks, Geralt.
And blinders. Okay. Those don't look like they're much better than the ones we currently have. They might be exactly the same. Like, what is... So it's what, a beggar? And a guard fighting each other? Do we have a role to play here? A bruiser? And beggar. Those cards are there just chilling. But either way, quest is over, I believe, and I guess we just are supposed to turn and look the other way as these guys are all beating each other up. I mean, none of them are showing up red, as if we could attack them. We could try. Cannot attack this target. Okay, nope. Can't even try at that. Guards are like, don't mind us.
This is scandalous. You've kept us half the day. The fruit on my cart's rotten.
Okay, so let's look at what we have remaining here, because it might just be that we are looking at the Gwent old pals and not much of anything else here. Collect them all is just the more general collect all the Gwent card stuff, and other things are either way too high level, parts of the expansion, or yeah, no, I mean, it's basically just where'd you go? Old pals. So I'm assuming Roach is in the Marion camp, right? Partisan hideout? Okay. We'll actually double back real quick to the fast travel spot. And use that to get over to him, and yep, people are still fighting it up. Well, let's check out the racehorse blinders, just in case those are actually better than what we have equipped it, but I feel like, yeah, it's exactly the same as what we have equipped. Yeah. So, I mean, it is worth something. It's mostly the cash reward we got, and I didn't see if we got any more experience from having one as well. Might have been a thing. But now we go from horse racing competition to card game competitions.
Best beware of the other side of the river. One false
Okay.
move and you could be royal.
Oh,
A witcher.
with the
Just
ooh,
one
lighting.
band of merry men.
Oh, okay. So it's the fire lighting up these tents. From over here, though, I really thought that there was some creepy, like, green, I don't know, something that they set up. Like, Roach had just lost his mind and created an elaborate pillow fort.
Now, witches.
And we did see previously that although there's lots of stuff for us to loot here, they do get mad at us. Okay, so let's save here before facing Roach. I'd like to believe that if we don't succeed against him, then we could try facing him again, but you never know with these competition things.
Geralt of Rivia, safe and sound.
What do you do these days, Roach?
What do you do here? Hunt Scoia'tael?
Already asked you this question, have we not?
Who cares about the Scoia'tael?
Right.
Temerian, that's what matters.
So it wasn't grayed out. Huh.
How'd you wind up
Definitely
here?
remember asking
Came
you
with
these,
the
though.
army, of course. Its remnants. When Nilfgaard crossed the Yaruga, I dropped everything, threw it all away to hell, and rode for the front to fight the invader. Joined the Second Temerian army under John Natalis. We were to stop the Black One's advance along the dull Blathana Mount Carbon line. And we did. For 3 days. Then they smashed us into splinters. Soon after, I heard Radovid was assembling his forces near Novigrad. That he'd promised to fight for a free North. Broke through with the remains of Natalis' army, but Radovid proved no better than Emir. So I decided I would mount my own fight.
So basically, you know, you're the only person who is leading Temeria. I mean, there's all these people who are working with you, but yeah, you're basically just a tiny little guerrilla group. This squadron alone, seemingly.
You play
The
Gwent,
real
Roach?
reason why we're here, though,
Yes,
of course,
but there's
is
no
for the
play
Gwent.
against here. If you've got a deck, pull it out.
Good luck.